morning to you. We're here at the Marine Mammal Rescue. Coming up next, we're going to meet Titan and red square, a couple little harbor seals here on BT. Stay with us. It sure is, and oh, aren't they nice, giving a little good morning kiss. Good morning to you, Lindsay. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you a good morning kiss, but these little guys are so cute.
They sure are, yes.
So we're here at the Marine Mammal Rescue. First of all, let's introduce everybody to these guys.
In our pool here, we have red square and Titan.
Okay, and they are?
They're both harbor seals that have been brought into our rescue center approximately a month ago.
And how do you come to receive, you know, these kinds of animals, these mammals?
Both of these guys were called in from members of the public. They were animals that were in need of rescuing, so we brought them into our center, and they've actually been here for about a month now.
All right, so let's talk about the fact when someone actually comes across a harbor seal or really anything else that they believe needs rescuing, what is the proper process?
So the best thing to do is always call us. We need to assess the situation to make sure the animal does need to be brought into the center. Give us a call, we can assess the animal. Sending us pictures is also a good idea too, so we can actually see how the animal's doing.
Okay, and you know, we're actually going to get to the point where we feed these guys in a little while as well.
Sure.
First of all, how many, are you run by volunteers, or how does this work? Do you have lots of people that volunteer and work here?
We do. We have over 150 volunteers that volunteer at our center here.
Wow.
And a very small staff.
And red square and Titan, how do you actually get the names for these guys?
This year we have, or every year we have a naming theme, and this year it is astronomy.
Oh, very cool. Well, they're saying good morning to us. For more information on all the good work they do here at the Marine Mammal Rescue and ways that you can help, I'm sure there are donation people can help in lots of different ways.
Definitely.
Go to their website. Riaz coming up, and Jody coming up in the next segment. We're going to feed these little guys because they're hungry, I think. Oh, it's breakfast time. It sure is here at the Marine Mammal Rescue. Hey, you hungry? Guess what? We're going to feed you coming up in about 3 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching BT. Yeah, thanks very much, Riaz and Lindsay. It's feeding time for red square and Titan. We're here at the Marine Mammal Rescue. So right now we got a couple of the volunteers in there. What are they going to be feeding the fish, or feeding the seals?
They are feeding them thawed out herring. These guys are just new into the pool, so they're just learning how to eat on their own at this point. And as you can see, it's a little bit tricky at this point because they haven't actually fed on their own before.
And then we'll get Nelson to come on over here because we've actually got the gate open so we can see them a little bit closer. Okay, so sorry, they're getting fed herring.
Herring, yeah.
And how many will they eat?
These guys are getting about 500 grams 3 times a day, so they're getting about 1.5 kilos each.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about what you do here in general at the Marine Mammal Rescue. The seals get in here because they have been essentially rescued, and then what happens from that point?
So our goal is to always rescue, rehabilitate, and release. These guys are hopefully on their way to release. They're at the next step, which is almost eating fish on their own, as you can see. The competition between each other is quite, they're still kind of getting used to each other, so you can see they're not quite there eating on their own, but our staff here are working tirelessly to get them to do that.
And of course, we're seeing even on the shirts, it's Vancouver Aquarium, so this is something that is obviously tied into that.
Yes, yeah, we are the Vancouver Aquarium's Marine Mammal Rescue Centre. These animals will be released back out into the wild once they are ready to go and nice and fat.
Excellent. Well, for more details on all the good work they do here at the Marine Mammal Rescue, you can go to the website. But Michelle, I have to say, one of my favorite live-eyes because they do such great work here. And I mean, come on, how could you not look at these guys as much as possible?
Oh, they are so cute, Dawn, and they seem to really like Nelson too, hey? Our camera guy. Oh, I'm envious of you this morning.
Gonna get any camera time here because Little Dipper is way too cute. But Little Dipper is here at the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre. And Dr. Marty, we've got Kelly and we've got Robin helping you out here. Tell us a little bit about Little Dipper.
Well, Little Dipper is very typical of the stranded harbor seal pups that come to us. You know, he comes in very, very young, usually within the first 24 to 48 hours of birth. So what we're just doing here is a bit of a physical exam on Little Dipper. He came to us a few days to weeks ago. So he came in with also what's very typical of some wounds, like you can see on his flipper, but they're healing up really well. And those wounds can be caused by other seals. Unfortunately, they can also be caused by dogs, which is why we ask people to stay away from these guys on the beach and trying to keep their pets away as well, because some of the interactions can be a little bit negative. So we're just giving him a really good, look. It's a basic physical exam like we do on any animal. At the same time, one of the neat things here at the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre is we get so many seals, we get the opportunity to do a lot of training. So we've got Dr. Kelly Britt here from North Carolina State. She's
Little wave.
Little wave. She's here for a year as our veterinarian, so she's here doing some intensive training. And then we have Dr. Well, actually not quite doctor, but we got Robin here from Scotland actually, and she's doing a 4-week training externship during her last year of vet school with us as well.
Fantastic. So Little Dipper overall is pretty good, other than the little bit of a wounds you said, right?
He's totally coming around.
And then eventually what happens here at the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre is they treat and then they release. For more details on all the good work that they do here at the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre, along with the Vancouver Aquarium, you can go to their website. But back at the station, good morning to Little Dipper. Glad you're doing okay.
Oh, Dawn, that's adorable. Look at those eyes. Team's doing a good job over there.
Where it is now feeding time for Levi. So what are you feeding Levi?
Herring.
Okay, so let's go and feed Levi. We'll see how quickly Levi makes his way up here. Let's talk a little bit too while we're waiting for that, how you came to get Levi.
He came to us at the end of March. He was found stranded on Vancouver Island in very poor condition. He was very weak, so he's brought into our center. And now, as you can see, he's swimming very strong at the bottom of the pool. Throw him another fish.
Excellent. Now the whole goal here obviously is to release. So at what point do you kind of have any indication of when Levi will be ready to?
We still have a few more steps to do with him, but as you can see, he's eating on his own, which is great. Swimming strong, so he's that much closer to being released.
Fantastic. Well, for lots more on the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre, you can go to their website. But Riaz, they do tons of great work here. For more ways that you can help as well, they're always taking donations. Again, it's a partnership with the Vancouver Aquariums, actually, the head of it here for the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre. You can go to their website for more details on all the programs and how you can help. Coming up after the break, we're going to meet some of the other patients here at the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre. But in the meantime, say hello to Aries. Aries is very talkative. You're watching BT.
That kind of luck's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee.
Good morning to Triton, and good morning to everyone out there watching. We've been here at the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre all morning long, again, part of the Vancouver Aquarium. And Marty, we've got an area here that many people don't get a chance to see because this isn't open to the public. This is the intensive care unit.
Absolutely. This is kind of where the seals first start out during the rehab process. So this is where we kind of isolate them, give them a chance to really start recuperating, do our really intensive rehydration. You notice there's heat lamps over the some of the containers. So those are just to maintain thermoregulation. And really this is where the first assessments happen and where we really get underway is trying to stabilize
Now,
them.
even looking at the various harbor seals, I mean, they're harbor seals, but they all look somewhat different. Let's make our way maybe over to, what's this guy's name here?
This is Oberon.
Oberon.
Or Oberon.
And so he looks a little bit fuzzier, a little bit.
Yeah, so you know, a lot of it is just you know, how wet or dry they are, and you notice with these guys, just because they're in the early stages, we try and keep them dry and then give them little swims through the day. As they dry up, they're quite furry animals, so they'll get fuzzy. And there's two kind of natural phases. There's a silver kind of seal with black spots, and then there's a more dark black seal with white spots. Same species, just different sort of color phases.
Excellent. Let's go say hi to Dactyl right now, who looks very, very different.
And Dactyl's got what we call a lanugo coat, so that's sometimes a sign of prematurity. That kind of thick white coat usually gets shed in the uterus before these guys are born, but some of them keep that. We use it, like I say, as a sign that they might have been born a little bit more premature.
Now, of course, there's some fabulous names that we've seen this morning. I remember the last time we were here was last year. The theme was Crayola crayon colors.
Right.
And this year is?
More sort of a space constellation astronomy kind of thing.
Excellent. Well, some great work that you do here again at the Marine Mammal Rescue Centre, part of the Vancouver Aquarium. The goal with these, Riaz, is that they get eventually released. So for ways that you can help, I mean, they're always taking donations. They've got great staff and volunteers here. Go to their website for more details. Goodbye, Dactyl. Have a great day, everybody.